Good morning and welcome back to Lakewood's next daily devotions. We are looking at Matthew chapter 28 this week, and today I'm going to continue on there at the beginning of Matthew 28, starting in verse 2 when it said, "And behold," now we learned yesterday that Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to the tomb, and it says, "And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. And for fear of him, the guards trembled and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, 'Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. He's not here, for he is risen, and he said, Come see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples that he's risen from the dead. And behold, he's going before you to Galilee. There you'll see him. See, I have told you.' So they departed quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy. And they ran to tell his disciples. And behold, Jesus met them and said, 'Greetings.' And they came up and took hold of his feet, and they worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, 'Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me.'" In this incredibly significant passage of Scripture where we come to this crescendo, if you will, of Jesus' resurrection from the dead, I want to focus on something that maybe wasn't quite as obvious as we read through that text. But there was a word that jumped out to me over and over in those verses, and the word is fear. Several times it was mentioned. It says that there was a great earthquake and that there was an angel and his appearance was like lightning. And for fear of him, the guards trembled like dead men, or they became like dead men. And then it said the angel said to the women, "Don't be afraid." And then later it says that the women departed and they left the tomb with fear and great joy. And then Jesus met the women and Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid." So I can't read those passages without hearing over and over this word, fear. And I just want to draw out this morning with you a little bit about the idea that it shouldn't be a surprise to us that fear is mentioned so often. You've probably heard it said that apparently there's about 365 times throughout the Scripture where God tells us, "Do not fear." And the reason for that is that when it comes to faith, which is really the substance of our relationship with God, when it comes to faith, such a significant part or part of the development of our faith, we end up dealing with fear. Fear is a significant part of life. We may not talk about it, we may not admit it, we may be afraid to speak about it, but the fact is that fear is a significant part of our journey of faith, and we see that here. Fear is always close by when it comes to our faith, when it comes to our walk with God. And I would say it's probably planned in certain ways. It's probably strategic, and here's why. Because our relationship with God is rooted in faith. It's rooted in trust. And fear is the obstacle many times in order for us to trust. So over and over in this encounter, we see Jesus, we see the angel speaking to, telling them not to fear. And I want to tell you today that fear is a substantial part of our lives. It's a substantial part of our journey of faith. Don't be afraid of it, if you will. Don't try to deny it. Realize that fear is there. It's a part of your journey. It's something that you need to be aware of. And I would even tell you this. If you want to know where God may be wanting to work in your life right now, in your journey of faith, in your journey of trust, it's probably in an area that you are afraid right now. Is there something that you're afraid of in your life? Is there something right now that gives you anxiety, that causes you to overthink things, that causes you to just just get wrapped up in your mind and get fearful and all of that. What's going on in your life in those regards? That's where God's wanting to work in your faith, in your relationship with Him. So I want to encourage you in the midst of this resurrection, just remember that fear is always kind of hanging out close by in our faith. Look to God, trust God, step out in faith. I'll see you tomorrow.